You are going to have a quite unusual encounter when it comes to June 2022. And when I say that you are going to have a quite unusual encounter, this is the stage and the period in between the actual 11th and the 27th of June that this is going to take place. But this in itself is really important because that unusual encounter is really going to surprise you. It's really going to surprise you. What are you actually going to get out of it? What are you going to gain out of it? Because it's going to happen at a time when you kind of least expect it, and it's all going to kind of happen like a really such a surprising way, where you're going to come across someone and that person is going to inspire you so much. And it's not only about being like feeling inspired, it's about feeling that vibration, it's about feeling that essence, it's about feeling that power that shake you so really nicely within yourself inside. And once you get shaken, you get like a feeling of the vibration and feeling of the energy that you really want to yet again reconnect with. For some reason there is going to be really powerful moment in time which is reconnect you with your past, but then again it is all about an important reminder that you're actually going to get after that moment in time. By the time you get to the very last day of June, by the time you get to the 30th of June, see what is going to happen. See what is going to manifest in your life. This manifestation, it's about to take place, but if you didn't have that unusual encounter, then this kind of wouldn't unfold and develop in such a powerful way. Because by the time you get to the very last day of June, it's all about this pathway which is going to be absolutely impossible for you to ignore. This is going to revive you in so many different ways. My gorgeous Gemini, you have been waiting for this moment in time for a while, and this is your time. And this is also the time when your energy is going to be much stronger, of course, because it's your time. May, June, this is your time. This is when you kind of come out alive again. This is when you're very powerful. This is when you're vibrating on a really high level because you're naturally elevated, because this is your time. So it's absolutely important for you to really do not ignore any feelings of inspiration, because the more you connect to it, like when it comes to the month of June, more you're gonna get out of it, the further you're gonna go. But most importantly, really massive, enormous, annoying part of your life, it's coming to an end when it comes to a big burden. My name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous Gemini, and it's for June 2022. So this monthly horoscope tarot card forecast is for you, my gorgeous Gemini, and it's for June 2022. Your number when it comes to numerology, when it comes to the whole month of June, is actually 3006. Okay, 3006, it's your number, which means that there are gonna be three remarkable stages that you will be going through. The first stage is going to happen on the 7th of June. The second stage is going to happen on the 17th of June. The third stage is going to happen on the 27th of June. These 3 days are gonna be, oh my God. These 3 days are, honestly, you might as well just write them in your gorgeous little diary if you've got one, because these 3 days are also bringing you a revelation. What you're gonna see, it's going to help you to make such a powerful decision by the end of the month. All these 3 days are going to be completely different, but what you're going to see, it's really going to help you so much when it comes to your own orientation in life. Very important indeed. Just remember, because these 3 days are bringing you the actual revelation. This is big, this is important, because it's happening at the time of your life when you are able naturally to get and gain like absolutely the most out of it. And also what it means, this number in the actual numerology, you are actually going to have a really important news. Very, very important news is going to come from someone who is like a rather consistent in your life. They were going to let you something know. They're going to let you basically something know, and then at that moment in time, this is going to be so important to you. And at around the 22nd of June, this is actually going to take place. And what you're going to be what you're going to become aware of, it's also at the same time, going to be so important to you, because on one hand it's coming from someone rather consistent in your life, someone from who you can trust, and things like that. But on another hand, it's just going to be a rather delicious moment in time when it comes to the actual, that second, that millisecond, you will know, like, oh my God, you will know exactly like what you're going to do with your life. What part of your life requires the most energy this moment in time for you to project in as much as you possibly can. So this is something that you need to pay attention to, but at the same time it's about this wonderful motivation that is actually going to kick in. This is absolutely brilliant, because that same motivation, it's at the same time going to open the door to success that you have been waiting for such a long time. I'm sorry, my gorgeous Geminini, but I've got my little Coccolino wants to go for a wee-wee, I assume. So I'm just going to open the door. Just a second. Sorry, my gorgeous Geminini. This is my gorgeous Coccolino. Are you going to say hi to Gemininis? Geminini, Geminini. This is my little Tambolina. Say hi to Geminini. Hi, Geminini. My name is Tambolina Coccolino. My little baby wants to go for a wee. I think so. I'm just going to let him out. He likes to be with me. He likes to be with me when I'm filming, He likes to be with me when I am filming, He likes to be with me when I'm filming, He likes to be, He likes to be, He likes to be with me when I'm filming, My goodness, so this is my gorgeous Geminini. Yeah, so it's also that important motivation. And when you get motivated by the right person or by the right people, you just feel something so powerful at the same time. So this is the power this is the energy that I'm actually talking about, because it's at the same time about to bring this balanced force and harmony into your life, and it's going to make you firm, and it's going to make you strong, and it's going to make you powerful, because almost immediately you will kind of think about the fact that you are going to need to deal with a certain person in your life, maybe like a family member or someone that you are kind of fallen out with, or you've kind of lost this kind of relationship, very strong relationship with them. So you will know that this is also on one hand going to create a path for you to amend certain things in between you and someone else, but also at the same time it's going to make you feel like, oh God, I'm going to have to talk to that person, blah blah blah. But then this is important, because I'm talking about someone like really also important in your life, who you're going to need to kind of discuss this with, who is very closely connected to you, like a family member or a great friend. You will know exactly what I mean. This is important for you to also understand that the tact is pretty much so after this moment in time very kind of like a necessary in order to maintain pace. And even more so, my gorgeous Geminini, at around the 11th, at around the 11th of June and the 21st of June, it's like a really beautiful new and emotional experience you're going to have. This is so brilliant, because what? It's like it's about the universe literally giving you a sign. And you're going to be like, oh my God, this is like a big mama time, the universe is about to literally give you such a strong and powerful sign, and what you're going to come across, what you're going to become aware of, it's going to be kind of almost impossible to ignore. It's going to be impossible to feel this power, to feel this strength, to feel this energy. So it is pretty much so going to be the sign from the universe that you're actually going to have, and that in itself is going to be really kind of like first of all, you're going to have a beautiful and emotional experience, and then it's going to be followed quite interesting sign that you are going to have directly from the universe, very unique, very unusual, very different. But then again, one is going to be at around the 11th of June and the other one is going to be at around the 21st of June, but this is going to feel really interesting as well, because it's about to at the same time going to give you really interesting spiritual insight, and that in itself is going to make you aware of what new do you need to bring into into your life? What new do you need to bring into your life? So it's going to be connected to the sign from the universe. At the same time, you know, you are actually going to feel so much better when it comes to June. You know, for the June is the time when you're gonna feel the energy like on a completely different level. It's like just pretty much so it's a release from negativity, from sadness, from uncertainty, from a bondage, you know. But at the same time, you know, it's all about the beginning of understanding as well, what exactly you're going to do. First of all, this is an important month when it comes to the beginning of understanding in between you and someone else whom you kind of lost the contact with. And I keep on saying this is very important for you to understand, because that particular person is meant to be in your life, because as soon as like that happens, as soon as you reconnect someone who you lost like kind of touch with, at that moment in time you are gonna start reaching towards enlightenment. This is brilliant, and this is the last bit that you actually needed when it comes to you having your free path towards your own security and extreme comfort. You know, that in itself, it's going to really it's going to help you to deal with an enormous burden in your life, you know, and especially after the 21st of June, you will be able to come to deal with an enormous burden in your life. What this burden is, you know. What this burden is, most certainly you will know, and you're going to be aware of this, because for a long time you had so much on your back, so much was going on, and you did find things very difficult, because there was like you had to do a lot, you had to take on your back quite a lot, and that in itself created a very heavy burden, because sometimes you would just kind of stop a little bit and you would get a little bit scared or paranoid. Oh God, you know, what if I'm not able to do, I'm gonna maybe provide for someone else who means to me so much, and things like that, you know, just like burdens where you were so completely different and opposite to selfish. You know what I mean? Like the burden that, no, it's not necessarily like, oh my God, I'm done, I can't do this anymore, but it's just like you were just giving your energy so beautifully away, because I think that you were taking care of other people in your life, but the extent of that you actually have done, you're probably not even aware of yourself, how much you have actually done to themselves. So now that created just a little bit of a burden when it comes to you, because it means that karmically you have done a lot, you have done enough, and now it's time to move on, because you don't want to lose yourself in this world, you don't want to lose yourself in this life, because this is kind of affecting your balance. But first of all, you need to understand and remember to take care of yourself, and then you can take care of other people. So now this is time for rejuvenation, and this is something that you need to remember. So I know it sounds like a burden, but there was a lot on your back, and now this is coming to an end, and it was very difficult over the last, I would say, over the last like about 11 months was quite very difficult, because certain things were a little bit messed up, and it affected your balance, and that in itself affected your way of thinking, affected your way of planning, and that made you feel really uncomfortable with yourself, because you haven't achieved as much as you wanted to achieve up until this moment in time. So this is going to be also kind of, it's going to open your eyes, and it's going to clear a lot of emotional confusion through you actually realizing, you know, maybe the certain imagination and the certain daydreams and maybe certain unrealistic fantasy that was part of your life. Maybe, you know, you just like kind of wanted for certain things to happen in your life like extremely quickly, but sometimes, you know, this life is quite difficult, very difficult sometimes. You know, we are faced with certain challenges, and every single time before something really big comes up and manifests, you know, we are naturally facing a lot of challenges, because it's all about us responding through our own energy in the best possible way, you know. So this is something that is really important, my gorgeous Gemini, indeed. So on another hand, when basically you come across, first of all, you're gonna come across with somebody who is very like kind of artistic. You're gonna come across somebody who is rather artistic indeed, and that particular person that you're gonna come across, is just like really also gonna really kind of, you are really gonna feel like you want to find out more about that person, but it's not about that person what their life is, but it's something that they're doing, something that they're focusing on, and this is really going to give you a really interesting idea as well. And just remember, it's gonna start like when you come across someone who is rather artistic, artistic ability or something that they're doing in order to express themselves, and you're going to be like, ooh la la, I quite like this, rather vavavumish indeed. And this is good, because at the same time, as soon as you become aware of someone who's artistic and it's going to inspire you, something that they're doing, it's actually going to give you idea. But you're going to have to be responsible when it comes to this, because once you take this on, you need to finish it. So this is something that you need to remember. But it doesn't really matter whether you're going to take it or not. No, baby, no, because after that moment in time, you're going to pick up on that creativity. And I like this so much. You're going to pick up on this creativity quite a lot, and that in itself is brilliant, because it's at the same time going to point you towards the actual, towards an absolutely wonderful direction, which is going to happen through your own creativity. But it's going to be like an infectious, beautiful, infectious creativity that you're going to gain through that person. But also at the same time, it's going to give you this very powerful idea. So that is going to start the process of you feeling creative, and it's also going to put you on the path of the whole new beginning. I like this because it's going to bring an element into your life or something completely new, something brand new. But the end of the month, you are gonna have like at the beginning of a very meaningful experience through this, which is gonna feel like an adventure. But most importantly, it's like you're gonna start giving a birth to something very, very special here. You're about to plant an important little spiritual seed that is going to grow much more powerful than you could possibly imagine. But it's only gonna feel like something really tiny and something really kind of not as significant. But oh my God, just wait for the big mama that is actually going to come out of it, because exactly on the 11th of November, there is going to be the whole new like a stage in your life, which is going to take place and manifest directly through this. Something big is going to happen to you on the 11th of November, my gorgeous Gemini. And this is where this is all going to start, and you will see then an absolutely remarkable correlation with everything else. This month it's also going to bring you an important recovery. You have to pretty much embrace true love and deep intimate friendships throughout the actual month of June, because a lot you're going to understand through people who are very special to you and through people who are in your life. You also need to remember to make choices from the heart, and this month is bringing you a miraculous recovery. And what recovery I'm talking about, you will see exactly what I mean. When it comes to nutrition, my gorgeous Gemini, and when it comes to health and things like that, you still need to pretty much be very strict when it comes to drinking just water. Nothing else. No juices, no squashes, no drinkies, just basically pure water as much as you can, because this is something that you're going to find more beneficial than ever. And in fact, you will see the more water you drink throughout the month of June, more energy you're going to have. And also at the same time, do not forget the importance of actually being outside, importance of facing the sun, importance of reconnecting with the nature. I know I've said this quite a few times within the last few months. Do not forget to reconnect with the nature, and you should be doing this right now, because this is your time. A lot is going to be going on, and you're not going to find the peace anywhere like you're going to find it within the nature. Go and visit the nature. Go and face the sun if you possibly can. Go and feel the wind on your face. Go and feel the air on your face. It's going to feel completely different. You are going to feel almost immediately illuminated, but at the same time it is going to start the process of cleansing. And what that process of cleansing is going to do, as soon as you go and visit the nature, maybe the forest, maybe a little field, maybe a little park, maybe you can just go within the nature, sit by the water, what I said before, just hug the tree, exchange the energy, make the most of it, revive yourself. It's going to revive you, and you may not even become aware of that almost immediately, my gorgeous Gemini, but you will see the next day, you're going to feel like, ooh la la, I just feel like, different. I feel like more free. I feel like more connected. I feel more optimistic, and it's important, it's just something that you're going to find very, very beneficial indeed. And please do try to drink organic dandelion tea also, because it's going to help you to flush out the toxins out of the system. And at the same time, if you do feel a little bit uncomfortable when it comes to your stomach, it's just basically, if you kind of like try to drink a little bit of organic chamomile tea, again, strictly without sugar. You know how much I can't stand sugar, whether it's a white sugar, whether it's a brown sugar, whether it's a green sugar, whether it's a pink sugar. No, baby, no. Just make sure you either drink these teas like a chamomile when your stomach is a little bit kind of sensitive. This is just going to clear you out really nicely, but it's going to be beneficial for so many other things. It's going to make you feel really calm. It's going to make you feel so much better. It's like almost like a little meditation when you're drinking chamomile tea, But at the same time, strictly, I do not think that you should be drinking with sugar, because it's so bad for you. So it's either without, or either with a little bit of organic honey, or either with organic maple syrup. So this is something I highly recommend. And also, my gorgeous Gemini, what else I was going to say? Let me tell you something. Did you really think that I'm going to forget? Gemini, my gorgeous babies, did you really think that I'm actually going to forget this? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Gemini. Happy birthday, Gemini. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, bam bam, Gemini. Happy birthday, my gorgeous Gemini. Raise your vibration, my gorgeous people. Did you really think that I'm going to forget about your birthday? And I want to say, this is why everything is going to be so enhanced. Everything is going to be so highlighted. But at the same time, it's not only about this energy and vibration, but it's also the speed of the actual manifestation process that is going to take place as soon as you kind of really connect yourself really nicely with things in front of you, with things ahead. So now, now, my gorgeous Gemini, the first day that I would like to talk to you about is going to be the 7th of June. But before I go there, look at this gorgeous tourmalated quartz. Absolutely beautiful. Look at this tourmalated quartz. It is basically the quartz with the actual tourmalated, like a black tourmaline. Look at this, absolutely beautiful, and it's 2 in 1, and it's absolutely natural. Look, you can see through it, but these are just so tough. It's absolutely unbelievable how strong these crystals are and how powerful these crystals are. And it took me absolutely ages to find this. These tourmalated quartz, these are extremely powerful when it comes to protecting our energy, when it comes to protecting our vibration, when it comes to us grounding ourselves, when it comes to the actual us healing ourselves, because at the same time it will ground you in such a super powerful way. It has got the ability to ground you instantly when you feel like completely spaced out, or you feel like something is not right, or you feel you have like a lots of energy vampires around you. It's like whatever you do, this vibration can affect you no matter what, So this is why instantly when we feel like clearly spaced out, it depends who are we around, who we are around, then this beautiful tourmalated quartz, it has got this ability to bring you down and just like kind of remind you of who you are, and it helps you to eliminate destructive patterns also. This is a very powerful crystal. So it's not only for the spirituality, for connecting with yourself, reconnecting with yourself, but it's also to bring you right down where you should be when you're facing important things in life, especially if you have been affected by people who are draining your energy, draining our energies, and then we are not ourselves 100%. Well, this little baby has got an absolutely magical ability. Look how magical they are. They don't only look magical, but they're literally magical how powerful they actually are. It helps eliminate destructive patterns. This is absolutely brilliant crystal for the healing. And if you would like to buy this, this is something that I would highly suggest you to wear throughout June and July especially. This comes with a gorgeous sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. Okay, thank you so much for buying from my channel, because you're also supporting my channel as well, I have to say that. So the very first date, it's going to be the 7th of June. Now the 7th of June, you're going to find yourself like, oh my God, like you're going to find yourself being like a little bit indecisive. And then that indecisiveness, it's going to like really affect you in such a way, like if you don't decide what you're going to do, you are really going to just like keep on ignoring the opportunities that are really strong and powerful. So you just need to really kind of pay attention to what this indecisiveness is. Why are you feeling so indecisive? Because that at the same time, it's affecting you when it comes to you ignoring opportunities that you shouldn't be ignoring. And even more so, 8th, 9th, 10th of June are also going to be really important, because by the 10th of June you will know what exactly part of your life it's coming to an end, and you need to abandon this, because you will know by this moment in time exactly that something better is going to come up. So it doesn't really matter, because you're going to find yourself indecisive, but by the time you get to the 10th of June, you are actually going to really kind of become aware of the part of your life that you need to stop, that you need to come up, that you need to discontinue, because it slowly came to an end. And that in itself, just that realization, it's already going to start a very, very powerful process of manifestation here. Just remember this. And this also, it's going to give you control back, control over your life, control over those things that you love, control over those things that matter to you, control over those things that are the most important to you, in terms of like, ooh la la, you know what, I feel rather vavavumish, let's take this on the next stage. Do you know what I mean? This is what I'm saying. So it's all about the strength and courage, absolutely wonderful positive energy that it's going to come out of it through your own determination. But at the same time, it's about the confidence, because you're also going to hear the news about the accomplishment, things that you've been working on over the last 10 months, and that is going to happen at exactly the right time, because you will see like, oh my God, this is indeed starting the process of your own transformation. So don't kind of be surprised when you become really bored with things around you, bored in an immediate environment, and suddenly you will just want to move things about. This is a very this is a very good energy to actually throw yourself in, because you gain so much out of it, because you are helping your own energy within by actually doing this. It's very important to kind of keep things moving around us, so we kind of like get this energy, stale energy going. The energy exchange is absolutely imminent at this moment in time. And also what you need to remember, my gorgeous Gemini, when it comes to the stage and the period, especially in between the 7th and the 10th of June, a lot is going to be going on when it comes to like, maybe you will feel like you're doing too much, or you're working too much and things like that. So you remember the need for the balance in your life. It's very important, very, very important indeed. Just remember, as much as thinking about the next step, what you're going to do, but also the need for the balance. Reward yourself, do something nice for yourself, like do something good for yourself, buy something nice for yourself if you can. Reward yourself in whichever way you think that you should do this, at this stage in your life. The second date is going to be on the 18th of June. before we go here, before we go there, this is one of my most favorite crystals as well. This is something very, very powerful, like, oh my lord. This is called Nellit. Okay, this crystal is called Nellit. Look, it's very similar to the tiger's eye, but it's not tiger's eye. It's just similar, where the color is like a kind of like a golden-ish. But why is this probably like one of the most powerful crystals, and why is this probably one of my favorite crystals? One of my favorite crystals. This is just holding this, I'm like opening up. Just holding this, I understand so much more. Just holding this, you know, it just makes me to go deeper. Just holding this, I almost immediately start opening up. Why? Do you want to know why? Do you want to know why? Because this little crystal has got one of the most powerful abilities to help us to reconnect with and activate the third eye. You know what the third eye is? The third eye is one of the probably most powerful things about us, but it's just kind of being kept from us quite a lot, and even more so lots of things have been done to kind of like tone it down a little bit. So this is why this Nellit pendant is going to help you to activate your third psychic eye. Once your third psychic eye is activated, you start to gain the wisdom. You start to understand things on a completely different level. You go very deep, but the deeper you go, the more you're gonna find, the more you will want to find out, the more you will understand, and you will surprise yourself the way your mind is gonna be going when you're kind of wearing this. You will gain a confidence where you need a confidence, and you're gonna gain a spiritual insight where you need to gain a spiritual insight. You know, it helps you to accept. The Nellit also, it's very powerful because it helps you to accept who you are, but also, you know, it helps you to remain in your truth, in your own truth, and in your own reality. Okay, just remember, it's one of the most powerful crystals because it helps you to connect to your third eye, and you know, this is a very powerful pathway that at the same time you create. You let this energy flowing, and after this moment nothing is the same ever again. This powerful Nellit, I would highly suggest you to wear throughout June, July and August. Every single time when you want to connect more, every single time when you want to find out more and things like that. This comes with a gorgeous sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel, so thank you very much for that. The second important date, my gorgeous Gemini, it's going to be on the 18th of June. On the 18th of June, it's going to be like, ooh la la, you are going to become aware of a very powerful opportunity, but you're only going to become aware of a very powerful, very significant opportunities. This opportunity, this is going to be very delicious to you, but it's at the same time, you're not going to have the exact date or day when this opportunity is going to come up, but you're going to have a really pretty much so really good idea, because this is something that you have been waiting for, but it's also something that is immediately going to make you devoted to this. You know, this is going to immediately want to make you to kind of do more and be more creative, offer more services towards something very specific goal. Which goal I'm talking about, you will know. All you need to do is just trust yourself, because this is also marking the beginning of something really powerful here, as long as you trust yourself, because you're going to be thinking, but then it's something that's going to be putting you off, because you're going to think, oh, this is not going to happen, this is not going to manifest. No, baby, no. Well, you need to understand, because what you need to be a success will manifest, you know. So what is going on at around the 18th, on the 18th of June, it will manifest. At the same time, you are going to get a really interesting advice from somebody really beautiful, and somebody really gorgeous, and somebody very spiritual, and somebody very knowledgeable in your life. It's also going to give you very, very interesting advice, and you will know this. You know, this advice is going to help you to break the obstacle when it comes to making a new plan, okay? Making a new plan, which is going to give you hope and confidence. You know, there are going to be uncertain efforts, but you will somehow know that you are going to be absolutely fine. And of course you are. The third important date, my gorgeous Gemini, Gemini, it's going to be on the 30th of June. On the 30th of June, there is going to be a pretty much so very unusual situation which is going to take place. Something is going to happen suddenly, very unexpected change indeed. And what you need to remember is to review your options very carefully and do not rush with anything whatsoever. On another hand, the 30th of June, it's also going to be really brilliant actually. So it's not only this, but later on the 30th of June, that you are going to overcome an amazing obstacle, because this obstacle that I'm talking about is the challenge, you know, that was like kind of like a really preventing you from having an important negotiation. This was preventing you from having an important negotiation. So and also that challenge was like kind of like you're going to overcome a massive obstacle, and that obstacle was also like kind of creating lack of determination and lack of direction. Okay, so this is important, and it was connected to somebody who's rather narrow-minded. So you're going to overcome that obstacle rather victorious moment in time. So now you will be able to negotiate. This in itself is going to bring you newly acquired prosperity into your life. It's going to bring you peace. It's going to bring you tranquility, because now you're going to realize, oh, rest after like so much of like a kind of like a negativity and so much was going on. So you will be able to recognize that now this is going to bring you time to rest as well. And that in itself, it's really going to start the process of your own journey, when it's spiritual journey, advancement into unknown. You know, this is going to start the process of change, and this is going to be important, because at the same time, you know, this is a kind of going to be connected to the time, very interesting wisdom that you're actually going to receive by the end of the day on the 30th of June. Pay attention to this wisdom that you are going to receive. Pay attention to where this wisdom is coming from. Pay attention to what do you feel like that when you become aware of this wisdom. So you're going to hear the certain words, you're going to look at someone, you're going to connect to someone, and this is important to understand exactly why do you feel this way. It's going to help you to open up so much more to yourself, which is very important in this moment in time, and this is something that is going to be more beneficial than anything, trust me. So now, my gorgeous Gemini, I'm just going to see what is going to happen in the first part of June, mid part of June, and the last part of June just quickly. The first part of June, I like this because it's to do with a great sadness, like, oh my God, great sadness that you are going to become aware of the fact that it's actually going to heal with time. You just need to remember, why do you need to let go of the past? In the first part of June, it's very important for you to remember that you need to let go of the past, indeed, okay? And the personal growth, it's only going to come from the actual challenges. Just remember this. The mid part of June, you know, you also need to remember that logic, organization are going to increase your success. You know, you have to put your foot down here. You have to take a charge of the situation. You need to take a leadership role, and at the same time, structure and discipline are just as important. So you need to kind of like pay attention to the certain temptation and recognize them, what they are, and ignore them. The last part of June, you know, follow your intuition no matter what, and do not overanalyze anything, because it's only going to mess things up for you. So you just need to remember that at the end of June, you know, do not overanalyze the situation that you're going to come across with. It's to do with your intuition, it's to do with the movement, and it's to do with you becoming very resilient to things that you're gonna just kind of grow over. You will see that almost as if like a certain challenge is going to come up, but you will see that now you will be able to kind of like really protect yourself and avoid this challenge. This is not a good challenge. You will be able to recognize this and avoid it at all cost, indeed. Okay, so now, my gorgeous Gemini, I'm just going to see what is going to happen to those of you in relationship when it comes to June. This is brilliant. I think that you have both been really, really brave. There is something that happened in between you two not that long ago. You did something and you both felt really, really brave, but at the same time, at the time, it didn't feel like it. So now this is going to come to your kind of equation, you know, this is going to come to your dimension, to both of you. You're going to reach receive a certain news, and you're gonna like see the accomplishment out of the time where you just like have made a certain decision, both of you, and you just thought like, God, maybe it was a wrong decision. No, it was absolutely fine. This is brilliant, because at the same time, you know, it is just all about you now basically having a really significant opportunity. Listen to me, my gorgeous Gemini. When it comes to the couples, you know, you are feel this admiration from other people. Something is going to happen, and you as the couple are going to feel like this admiration from other people, and this is going to mean to you so much. This is going to make you feel really good, and that in itself, it's also going to be such an important moment where you will know, like, you know what, it's to do with an ultimate change. You're going to become aware of exactly what you need to do, how you need to live your life, where you need to go, what you need to do in order to make and create and start the process of the actual ultimate change. And specifically the 29th and the 30th of June 2022 are going to reveal you the moment. You will know exactly, you're going to have the taste of this gorgeous flavor of the change that is about to come, that is about to beautifully reward the couples indeed. For those of you who are single and ready to mingy, my gorgeous Gemini, I really think that someone very interesting it's about to walk into your life, and this is brilliant. At the same time, you know, when you become aware of the certain inspiration, something is going to inspire you at around the 18th and the 19th of June. Something is going to inspire you at around the 18th and 19th of June in such a sense where you are going to you're going to be thinking about a certain prospects that you're going to really like and you want to bring into your life. So that in itself, it's also going to be the time when you will actually kind of you're going to be still thinking about this like kind of prospects in your life, and without realizing, you are maybe within the next couple of days after that moment in time, you're gonna go somewhere and you're still gonna have in mind these bright prospects, and these bright prospects is at the same time are going to put you on the path where you will kind of want to really kind of go somewhere for the first time, like go to the certain area for the first time. And once that happens, to the certain place, certain area, it could only be the shop, it could be the place where you exercise if you exercise, it could be a place where you go out, it doesn't really matter. You know, the bottom line is where it's going to happen when you least expect it, and in your mind they're going to be these bright prospects and things like that. And this is going to be your guiding light, because you will know that you are, on one hand you will realize that you are approaching the end of the problem, but then on another hand something really unexpected is going to occur, and the unexpected that is going to occur, it's going to happen and manifest in a form of you going somewhere for the first time where you've never been before. You are about to meet someone. So as soon as you start this new path, you know, you are about to meet someone very, very special, very important, my gorgeous single Gemini, because this person is going to be different, very powerful in every single way, and it's not even going to be that long until that person walks into your life. My goodness, my gorgeous Gemini, you have got like so much to look forward to, literally. Okay, my gorgeous Gemini, I wish you a happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, my gorgeous Gemini. I wish you all the best. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light. So I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, psychic medium. Love you. Bye.